you can have God as that center of your core values and beliefs.
You can count the number of seeds in an apple, but you can't count the apples from a seed.
A simple yes 14 years ago led to multifaceted series of doors.
There are struggles that people go through when you lose a close loved one. That can be lost and it can just kind of fade away, or you can actually grab a hold of that and say, listen, these were dreams and goals and aspirations that we had together. This isn't going to just die.
It's important for you guys to not just be so quick to say no.
You're never forgotten until the last person speaks your name.
This is just a really good demonstration of one person can open up many doors. It's led into a stronger marriage, stronger family unit, a set of core values and beliefs that we're able to then pass on.
Feeling stuck? You're not alone. Welcome to Crazy Unbelievable Faith, the podcast where Brian and Kersha Owen get real about identity, marriage, mental health, and faith in a noisy, disconnected world. Each episode is a breath of fresh air rooted in faith, rich in vulnerability, and filled with hope. Subscribe now and go deeper at crazyunbelievablefaith.com for behind-the-scenes access to the book, podcast, and community. Because God's plan for your life is crazier, deeper, and more beautiful than you could ever imagine.
All right, we'd like to welcome you all to the first installment of Crazy Unbelievable Faith. I am one of your co-hosts, Brian Owen. This is my wife, Kersha Owen.
Hi.
And we just want to kind of make a quick dedication for those that are listening in, maybe watching online, just kind of the purpose and what's kind of anchored of this podcast. Obviously, Crazy Unbelievable Faith, lots of twists and turns in that. But I think the soul dedication, there's two soul dedications out of this. One of them goes out to one of my best friends that I've grown up. He's like a brother to me. He's just a brother that's beat me to heaven. Dedication goes out to Cody Brantley. Was definitely just an iconic friend growing up. Actually, friendship was before Kersha and I had met, and Cody was able to meet his wife through our relationship at our wedding, and it was a bridesmaids of Kersha, and they built an amazing life together. And unfortunately, he was called home way too soon. And so June 4th, as this podcast is launching, that is the significance date of his passing. And just the solid, just the friendship he brought, the dedication to life, the joy, the laughter, I think runs very deep.
The memories,
but also thinking about, when a person passes, you're never forgotten until the last person speaks your name. And I think that is something that Kersha and I definitely want to carry on. The dreams that he had, the hopes that he had. There are struggles that people go through when you lose a close loved one. But that can be lost and it can just kind of fade away, or you can actually grab a hold of that and say, listen, these were dreams and goals and aspirations that we had together. This isn't going to just die on me or be lost because of that. And so again, we dedicate a portion of this podcast to Cody Brantley, to his family. I know they are listening and watching, to Susan and Bernard. We love you guys. And then the second dedication, Kersha, I'll kind of let you speak.
Well, actually, I wanted to touch base on why it's important for us to dedicate this podcast to Cody. Cody and Amy Brantley, they brought to our lives business mentors, people who have led us to other mentors in our life, authors that we have had an opportunity to spend time with, to get to know. That also led into personal development and growth for us. It's led into a stronger marriage, a stronger family unit, a set of core values and beliefs that we're able to then pass on because of the conduit that Cody and Amy brought into our life and those relationships that we were able to seek out because they were that seed, we were able to water that tree and produce fruit off of that tree. So I think it's just really important for you guys to know that a lot of what we're talking about goes back to having the web of network that God has brought into our life. And we really can look back and say it's this pivotal friendship that we had that then opened up doors to these other relationships and mentorships that has developed us as leaders, as husband and wife units, as moms and dads, as individuals. It has allowed us the ability to just have growth in our life. And really, quite honestly, to have God as the center of our life. All of these mentors behind us all have God a center of that. And so through their walk of life, through them authentically being who they are, their transparency, their character, their values, we were able to see that God was really real, that we needed to actively pursue him and follow him. And we were able to see that you can have God as that center of your core values and beliefs, and then also allow yourself to grow as a Christian, as a person, and again, obviously as a husband and wife, mother and father unit, and allow your home to be Christ-centered. So it's really through their example, through their authentic selves, their transparency that they've had with us,
Yeah.
and just before us.
And their humor in life, not taking themselves so seriously.
Yeah.
I think that was Cody's biggest thing, was just enjoy life. I think it's funny you brought up, the watering and the seeds. It's, there's that saying, you can count the number of seeds in an apple, but you can't count the apples from a seed. And I think the beauty of both what Cody and Amy have put into our lives, and it's hard to talk about, but what they've put into our lives, I pray that the fruit of that impacts our listeners, our viewers, so that legacy just continues to roll forward.
Yeah. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
I know it's hard to talk about, but I think it's crucial for you guys as a part of our community, as listeners.
It's just being real. Yeah, it's being genuine with people.
Well, but also that you guys understand that a simple yes 14 years ago led to a multifaceted series of doors that have opened over time, not just in our personal life, in Brian's career, in my life, as I'm currently writing a book. It is called Crazy Unbelievable Faith as well. And it will be stories that God has walked us through, that God has called us to do, just like this podcast. In the book, you'll get more of me. Whereas in this podcast, you get the two of us together, telling those stories together and bringing those stories to life. And so
it's a bonus to have me. It's a bonus.
He brings the humor.
Yeah.
But in that, I just think that it's important for you guys to not just be so quick to say no. Maybe that's a door that God wants you to have open for a period of time, for a greater purpose, a greater cause. And maybe it's just for his kingdom. Maybe it's not for you. So I think that all of those things are important for you guys to know and understand behind the scenes, what that looks like. We also are dedicating this to my grandma, Bonnie Walker. My grandma passed away in October of last year, and she had an incredible impact on my life as a grandmother. Gosh, this is harder to talk about than we had anticipated.
Yeah.
Your emotions are magnetic. So
I just am that way.
mm, somebody needs to, I guess.
But the late great Bonnie Walker. Yes.
Yes. So she was an inspiration. She was always an encourager. She was always there if you needed something. You could always call her and she would help you figure it out. And so it's just a really these are two pivotal people that we've had in our life that we have wanted to carry their legacy forward in into our life and obviously into our ventures of
Don't let your mascara start running. Yeah.
our podcast and our venture with this crazy, unbelievable faith. So,
and those are two, pivotal dedications, as Kersha said. There are countless other people in our lives that we want to thank, and we're not even going to begin to start naming those off. But I mean, just impactful people that some will be invited on the podcast and you will be able to get a chance to meet them. Others will just talk openly about it as well. But so many different facets of our life have been touched and have been fed into. And it's kind of that saying, to whom much is given, much is required. And I think that we've definitely picked up that torch and we're running with it. Kersha's working hard on her book. We have so many plates, so many pieces spinning in life, and we're excited to be able to share those with you guys. So anything else you want to add? Yeah.
We want to give a huge shout out to a guy named Larry Levine.
That's right.
Without him, we would not have the publisher in our life, and we wouldn't have Chris Decker from Creator Spark.
I was going to say, shout out to Chris Decker with Creator Spark.
So this is just a really good demonstration of one person can open up many doors, and we're thankful to Larry Levine. We're also very thankful to Chris Decker and Kim Pender Thompson. I think it's Kim Thompson Pender, actually, at RTI Publishing as well. So we're very thankful for Larry for opening those doors and allowing us to pursue those relationships. So,
yeah. Well, thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. We look forward to many episodes of you guys plugging in, watching, listening to. Brings humor, brings joy. It's going to bring some sadness, some tears, but that's just us being real. So tune in for more episodes.
And before you go, click the subscribe button, please.
So there you go. Click the subscribe button. Follow us.
Leave a message.
That's right. You. We would definitely look forward to catching you more on the podcast, Crazy Unbelievable Faith. Thank you, guys.
Bye.